Get you some money, you gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You gonna feel different.
Like with Net Hustle, big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
See what happened was I was sliding through the YouTube streets. You dig it, eyes? Constant, consistent, continuous content creation. Campaign continues in the black box, then the 7 C's. And I slid past Byron Blake spot. That's my partner. And he had a title, said the real reason why Vlad, let me see exactly what it said. It said the real reason. Oh shit. No, fuck, that's the wrong one. The real reason Vlad TV parted ways with Boosie. I got the wrong video up here. Let me go find it, y'all. Hold on 1 second.
By now, I'm pretty sure.
Who shiesty shit up here, y'all? Maybe I'll react to that too, but he got the first few words say the same. Here we go.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, here we go, y'all. With no further ado, it say the real reason Vlad TV parted ways with Boosie. I guess it ain't what we thought it was, or, you know, Byron Blake, he be doing some investigating, breaking shit down. With no further ado, what Brother Blake say these two have been up to?
By this point, we've all seen some clip or something about Boosie and Vlad having a little disagreement on how much Boosie would be paid for interviews. Now, I don't personally think that this is a beef. I don't think that this is something that Boosie wouldn't answer his phone for Vlad for, or vice versa. I think this just, you know, a business disagreement between two peers, and, you know, they agree and disagree and go their separate ways. Every disagreement don't have to be an argument, and, you know, every argument or disagreement doesn't have to be a beef.
Facts. Well, that's a chunky shit that Boosie got on Sam's.
You know, we can just part ways. With that being said, I ran across some information regarding Vlad being sued over some copyright infringement using some Beyonce pictures. And I thought that this was interesting. I saw when it first was filed like a couple of years ago, but I didn't really, you know, follow it, you know, and something just told me to check on it. And when I went back and checked, and Vlad has recently said,
yeah, you fuck with Brother Blake gonna go back and check on your ass. He gonna have the real paperwork, district of whoop against your ass. He ain't playing.
So today we're going to be taking a look at this lawsuit, breaking it down, and I'm going to tell y'all what I think and how I think this has an effect on the situation between Vlad and Boosie. Now, as y'all can see, this is a complaint for copyright infringement filed by Backgrid USA Incorporated and Backgrid London Limited. The plaintiffs are listed as Hot in Here Incorporated, doing business as Vlad TV, and Vlad's real name, I can't say that shit. It says the plaintiff, Backgrid USA and Backgrid London Limited.
La your boyfriend.
For their complaint against defendant Hot in Here and Vlad allege as follows. This action arises under the Copyright Act of 1976, Title 17.
Shout out 1976, the year I was born. Yeah.
This court has jurisdiction over the subject matter of this action. Then they list the parties, you know, and again, they identify themselves as the copyright owners and, you know, say that they are organized and existing under the laws of the state of California. So this lawsuit was actually filed in a federal court in the district. I think this might have been the Northern District of California. I ain't sure. It might have been the Central, but anyway, as you get into the complaint, the company identifies themselves and they say that, you know, basically they are the owners of some specific photos that were, you know, used by Vlad. You know, like they say, a private limited company organized and existing under the laws of the country of the United Kingdom. Basically saying that they get these photographs for their magazines and other things. And one way that they make money is by having the exclusive photographs in their magazines and selling them, and also by licensing these photos out. And basically saying that Vlad infringed on their rights by, stealing their work.
Shit do get petty at times.
Backgrid US is the owner and copyright holder of 2 photographic images. BGUS, that's Backgrid United States. Image 1 depicts musical artist Beyonce with her hair in braids. BGUS Image 1 was registered with the United States Copyright Office as registration number, and they list the number. They say they obtain ownership of this copyright along with the right to sue for any infringement. They then say BGUS Image 2 depicts Ben Affleck kissing musical artist Jennifer Lopez. This was registered with the United States Copyright Office. And then they say BGUK, which is Backgrid UK, is the owner and copyright holder of a photographic image depicting musical artist Sean Combs kissing influencer Joey Chavez. This image was registered. So basically, they listing all of the images that they are accusing Vlad of infringing upon their rights by publishing. This case is really, really kind of crazy because it shows you how easy it is to get money. Like, a lot of content creators just take pictures and post them. You know, people get pictures and they use them for their thumbnails, and you could very easily find yourself in this situation if the right person decides that they want to take you to court over you.
Or the wrong person. It's all about perspective. That be the right or the wrong person
using their photos. They say that neither Backgrid US or Backgrid UK licensed the images to the defendant. Nevertheless, the defendant used the images without authorization or permission to do so and without paying a license fee. Specifically, defendants or someone acting on their behalf copied each of the images.
So I don't use nobody photos. I make my own.
From internet sources on information and belief, including legitimate licensees of plaintiffs. So they saying we licensed this to somebody else, and he took the image and redistributed it. And they basically, not even basically, because they use these words, they say that the image is obviously valuable because he took it and used it. Now they go into how they believe Vlad makes money off of his platform, certain things, they think he uses advertisement and other things of that nature. I ain't gonna get into all of that. But long story short, this case was settled, and this case was recently settled, not even 6 months ago. Just a few months back, this case was settled. And they entered into a stipulation to dismiss the case with prejudice so they wouldn't be coming back. But the settlement actually mentions some money being paid, a payment being made. So with that being said, I think that Vlad really is in a situation where he probably, like, I know people going to be saying, oh, Vlad got money, he got money. But when you in a situation where you just had to pay out a sum, we don't know how much he had to pay, but considering J-Lo, Ben Affleck, Beyonce, P. Diddy, I'm pretty sure
it wasn't no crumbs. They not coming to court about no crumbs. He might even have to initially be responsible for their legal fees.
Company stated that those photos were very, very valuable. And that was a quick way to get some money. You got a big platform like that, use your picture and they ain't pay for no license. That was a quick way to get some money. And apparently they got some. But saying that to say, when you fork out, whatever he forked out, I believe it might have been anywhere from the 6 figures to maybe $1 million. Who knows?
Had to be.
Because we don't know
Probably didn't have to pay it all in one store. He probably got an installment plan.
exactly how much money Vlad made off of those posts and, you know, that advertising and all that.
That's true too. It's probably based off that direct correlation. So it may not necessarily have been 6 figures.
Shit, we don't know. But in any case, copyright infringement laws allow you to ask for multiples of what you believe is worth anyway. So if Vlad was just, you know, in a situation where he had to pay out some money, and if y'all recall, he was talking about suing, who was he saying he was going to sue? Joyner Lucas. You know, so he, around that same time, he was looking like he was trying to figure out a way to come up with some money. Not saying he don't have money, but these people with this money, they work on budgets. You know, this is how you maintain your money. So I'm pretty sure he like, well, damn, if I'm a cut.
Yeah, they work off OPM, other people's money. That's the name of the corporate game when it comes to business. Not going in your pocket. I mean, maybe as a startup, initial entrepreneur, but initially you go in the game to be able to play with other people's money, investors, hedge funds, and shit like that.
If I'm gonna spend, you know, this $250 or $300,000 paying them off, settling this, then, you know, I'm gonna have to cut something back. And he started trying to figure out readjusting budgets and all of that stuff for the interviews. And that's just where him and Boosie couldn't find a common ground. Like I said,
that makes sense. If you want to hear the rest of Brother Blake commentary, going over to his channel, he pretty much was done. But hey, who knew? I didn't know Vlad got sued and went through all that. Basically, you know, he got to be a lot more precise with his figures and funds at the moment because he took an L. What the hell happens? Jeter, gratitude is the attitude.
Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Hey, Net Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.